When you play pretend, you don't have to be real.
Some bears live circus lives, but this bear, he's singing with the housewives. Hello!
I'm Hunter Harden.
And I'm Papa the Bear. And welcome to the Real Housebears.
I love that. I love how your podcast talks about me all the time. You're obsessed with me. Your podcast is probably what gave Heather the black eye.
Probably.
I love that.
I love that.
I love that.
I love that.
I love it.
I mean, it's hard not to say, to think. Anytime that you say, oh, I love that, it's hard not to think about Lisa.
In my
Barlow.
daily life, I do it all the time.
Oh my gosh, I love them. I love it. I love this. It's just like my invite. That's so gorgeous. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. I love it. I love that. I love it. I love it. I don't just like them, I love them.
And Lisa Barlow sent us the sweetest message on Instagram.
She
this
did.
Week. She's so nice to us.
She is very
so
nice to
us. We stan Lisa, but then again, we stan all of the women on the show.
Yeah, but I do like Lisa a lot.
Yeah, I love them all. But yeah, Lisa is always
I
so
wish
nice
Lisa
to us.
and Heather can get along.
Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be nice.
We would love that.
I would love that.
I would love that. I loved our Christmas together.
Yes, we had a great Christmas together.
I have to say, Hunter out-Christmased me this year in the gift. In the gift giving. Yeah, you really thought of some very thoughtful gifts. You know, we like to have experiences and we like to make memories. And this year we kind of had a staycation. We normally go somewhere for Christmas. So this year we just my gift was a local hotel room that had a hot tub in it.
Which was awesome.
It was nice because the hot tub was like right in the room so we could watch movies.
And the pool and the hot tub in the lobby was open 24 hours.
The pool was open 24 hours. I was blown away.
I've never seen that in a hotel.
No, me either. We were literally in the pool at like 11 o'clock watching a movie.
Yep.
But you really, like, as far as, like, opening up our stockings and opening up our presents, like, you got us some distillery tours, which is something that we love to do. You got me a pedicure.
Which you love to do.
Yes, like, your Grouponing was impressive.
It was a good game.
It was a really good game. It was very exciting. So, thank you. Merry Christmas.
Well, you got my watch, a new watch put into my dad's watch, so now I wear my dad's watch.
Yeah.
It's a little bit big. But, and you got me that headache wrap.
Yeah.
And you got me a cigar ashtray.
I did. And the massage gun.
And the massage gun.
And I've been massaging you more than I ever have before.
I know you did last night.
So, yeah, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Maybe that will be my New Year's resolution, is to use the massage gun on you.
Yes.
That I bought for you.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe we agreed to this.
Do you have New Year's resolutions?
To get back into my fitness and to try to do more crafts.
Working on my fitness. I kind of look at New Year's resolutions just more as goals than like I have to check this box, you know.
I see it more as just it's a good reset. It's like what's a better time to do a reset than the end of the year to the beginning of the year.
And I don't start mine until January 2nd. Because when I wake up on January 1st, I don't feel good normally.
And you're still drinking and eating crap into the New Year's too from the parties.
Yes, and I need something like greasy with lots of bread in it just to make up for the night before.
My friend, my good friend from 7th grade, she posted, she's like, I don't know if I'm going to go to the living room New Year's party this year. I didn't make it last year, so I'm not going to go this year. And I'm like, I saw you at one of the years, and you're asleep by 10:30 on the couch. Because everybody in our age now just has living room parties.
Yeah. You and I have living room parties until 10 o'clock.
Until
10 o'clock.
Until 10.
Party's over. Day is over.
Yeah, I can't stay up very late anymore these days.
We're lame.
Unless I have a really long nap from like 5 to like 8.
A good strong 3-hour nap.
Yes.
To help you power through until the wee hours.
Yes.
Yeah. I get it. Another nice Christmas gift was getting to do our 100th episode with Heather and Dre.
Which was a joy. If you guys didn't hear it, it was our 100th episode, last episode.
Yeah, it was so much fun to hang out with them and
catch up.
Yeah, and eat some awesome Chinese food. I've been thinking about the Chinese restaurant next to Beauty Lab ever since we ate there.
It was good.
It was really
good.
We're going back soon.
Yes.
We're going back soon. Well, I wouldn't tell a little white lie about it. Like, it was really that good.
I'd give you a black eye if you lie about it.
Bring it, bitch.
Let's get into the episode.
White lies and black eyes.
Yeah, the episode came out a week ago, so thank you, everyone, just for tuning back in and listening.
Yes.
Since you've heard everyone else's take. But, I haven't had time to listen to any other Bravo podcasts or watch a whole lot of Bravo other than this morning I watched some Real Housewives of Miami.
Yeah.
And remembered that I have another husband to add to the list.
I'm going to have to add him to my list, too, because, dang, he is hot. I don't know who he is.
Dr. Nicole's husband. I think his name is Anthony.
He's got a cute beard.
Yeah, he's really cute. He's up there with Frank and Seth and Justin. And
he might be top of my list now. He's really hot.
Wow.
Him and then Justin, probably.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Wow. Uh-oh, don't tell Justin.
No, I won't.
You're gonna have to take that one up with your daddy.
I won't tell Frank either.
Are you serious right now?
I just don't want you sleeping around.
Oh, I forgot. We also watched that movie Spirited. That was Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds. You could either see it in the theaters or watch it on Apple Plus. We watched it on Christmas morning in the theaters, and it is like my new favorite Christmas movie. Because just a while ago, I was like, Corey put on a Scrooge movie, and I was like, I've seen a million Scrooge movies. It's just another animation form, blah 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 blah. But this Spirited movie was a brand new take on Scrooge, and I loved it.
It was so surprisingly sweet. Like, it was so sweet that it made me cry multiple times.
It was hilarious.
Of course, Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds. How can you go wrong with that?
Yeah, I loved the storyline.
It was really sweet. It was really original. It was really colorful and exciting to look at.
Songs were fun.
And it just really got your heart.
In the Christmas mode.
Yeah, and like I said, I cried at least 3 times.
Yeah.
It was really, really good.
I felt it. I cried with him. I believe him.
In contrast, last week's episode of Salt Lake City starts off like a horror episode.
Yeah,
they're like last week
editing.
on Salt Lake City. This week, Salt Lake.
I was waiting for that little saw puppet to come in and be like, "This is just a game.
Yeah.
Can you make it out alive?"
No, it's got warped voices and quick cuts and lots of
screaming
chaos.
And yelling and
lots of chaos is appropriate for this season of Salt Lake City.
And that DJ was playing a song that said "Party never killed nobody," and they highlighted that.
Oh wow! And I didn't even catch it.
Yeah.
And it ends with Heather either opening or closing her door. I can't tell which.
This is the
opening or locking, one of the two.
This is the episode of Who Gave Heather a Black Eye Murder Mystery Party.
Yeah, oh my god. And it is.
Yeah.
The housewives love to have a murder mystery party, so they found a way to make it real life this time.
Seriously. Because now we got to figure out who gave her the black eye.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
What the happened?
Oh my god. What happened?
What happened?
Oh, but what happened?
Oh my gosh. Well, everybody's waking up, and I was like, do people have to pretend that they're waking up for the camera? I
don't know that.
I mean, there are people in their bedroom.
Do they go in there and all right, it's time to get up. It's 10:30 or something.
I can't imagine that they would. I mean, we all know it's no secret that they love to film entrances where they might have already been there. It has to be that they had to have already been awake. There's just no way someone's coming in there with a camera to wake them up.
And I sleep naked or in a jockstrap even if I'm traveling and stuff. So if they came in there right when I'm waking up, they're gonna get.
I'd say most of those women probably sleep naked too.
I mean, when was the last time anybody slept in pajamas? like pajamas.
I mean, I don't know, but it's rare that you and I even wear clothes at home.
Bacon and berries.
Well, yeah.
It's rare that we even wear pants recording the podcast.
I barely
What
wear...
shirt am I wearing for filming today?
And when I do wear underwear, it's usually just a jockstrap.
Yeah. I have a feeling that it's a little bit set up, but it looks
For
really...
a lot of the ladies that don't have gay friends out there, jockstraps are like the gay underwear. It's like what gay men
barely wear briefs.
Yeah, they wear jockstraps, even though they're not an athlete or anything.
The only person I want to see naked is John Barlow.
Well, everybody looks like hell. And Jen Shaw is carrying a fan around.
Amen, sister.
She hasn't even taken her makeup off yet.
That's me carrying around a little fan. I'm like, it is hot.
I turned to you and I was like, there's Hunter Harden right there. No surprise there. But Heather sends a text.
The texts start.
She has a problem and she is serious.
Jen is whisked off away and goes to Heather's room. But you did notice that Jen woke up in a different bedroom. Like, she did not stay the night with her.
Right, she didn't wake up in Heather's room, right. Well, at least the way they filmed it.
Yes.
So, Heather is wearing her Gay Pride Edition Beauty Lab and Laser t-shirt.
I have one.
Yes, we both do. And she has on the darkest sunglasses imaginable. Like what a blind person would wear, probably. And she takes them off and reveals the black eye. The eye heard around the world.
My gosh.
The eye seen around the world. So when Jen first asks her what happened, and Heather says she doesn't know. So Jen gets ice for Heather to
Thank
put on
God.
her eye.
That's the first thing I would have done. I'd be like, get some ice on that.
Right. Heather has lipstick and scratches all over her hands and arms.
And back, apparently.
We don't know that yet, but yeah,
Yes.
even on her back. So Heather says that she doesn't want to get anyone in trouble. So she needs Jen's help if no one's willing to talk about last night.
Now we need to come up with a cover story, which is weird.
And Jen has, of course, the perfect cover. A spider laid eggs in your eye.
Spider poison? I texted you to come over to help me. I'm not telling me that a spider laid eggs in my eyeball. I don't think that story's gonna fly.
I love this scene with Jen because do you see how committed she gets to this? And she starts to believe it herself. Like, people die from that. People die from that. And like later on, she's like talking about excuses and stuff. And like, she went to the club and got a black eye. Girl, you didn't even bring me.
Heather ate peanuts and has a peanut allergy and then rubbed her eye. She swiped right on Tinder and invited someone over and got rough. Heather got in a bar fight. Bitch, you went out without me.
Like, she believes her own made up story so much. She's so committed to it. I love her.
So they just agree that Heather's story is going to be what is Heather's story pretty often. I don't know what happened.
Perfect.
Yeah, I just don't know.
Poke holes in that. I don't remember. I plead the fifth. I don't remember.
My titties were out. The next thing I know, I got a black eye. Maybe her titties hit her in the face and gave her a black eye.
And what's funny is, I don't know if it was with Heather that we heard this, or yeah, it was with Heather. She said that night she like took off all of her makeup and stuff and had her phone plugged in and got in her pajamas and stuff at night. So she like, I don't know when this could have happened. It could have happened after she went to bed. I don't know.
Well, Heather McDonald is still convinced it was me.
Oh yeah, Heather. Heather McDonald posted on one of your pics over the break.
Listen, if I could have gone on that cast trip, could you have imagined?
I really, 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 really wish you were here.
Oh my gosh.
So they call Meredith over, and Meredith's like, "What is going on, you guys? Tell me, what is like? You're acting crazy.
Are you
You're
gonna kill
scared.
me?
What
Are you
is
gonna kill me?
happening?"
This is how it's gonna end. You guys are gonna kill me right now.
But Meredith's reaction to Heather taking off her glasses is pretty incredible.
I think it was how the world acted too.
Yeah, it was, but her reaction was pretty great.
Yeah.
It was pretty great. So we see footage of them together until almost 5 a.m.
Yeah, like
So
4:50. It was probably 5 a.m.
From 5 a.m. to it's about afternoon now.
Yeah, it's like 11 maybe.
So Jen Shaw leaves for a moment, and Meredith's like, "Do you have scratches on your back too?" Heather says she does, but she is still insistent that she doesn't know what happened.
Yeah.
What's going on with Heather?
So cut to Lisa going into Whitney's room, and she asks Whitney if she's feeling any better about the Heather situation since last night. Because, we do see a flashback of Heather like, listen, if there's anything I need to clarify, I'm sorry. I really am truly sorry. Mm-hmm. So Whitney really just doesn't feel better about it, but what she really doesn't feel good about is Meredith.
Is now how she feels Meredith is a puppet master.
Yeah.
How she gets other people to say these things, and then she's like, well, I didn't say it.
Right, yeah. And...
Or I didn't bring it up, or anything like that.
No, I'm not going to say that Meredith doesn't do that a little bit. She does do that a little bit, but every housewife does.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Whitney, you really spilled some tea there.
Yeah.
I have nothing to feel guilty for.
So Whitney thinks that Meredith is just trying to get revenge against Lisa for the hot mic moment that will never end.
Which by the end of this episode, I believe.
It could be.
I believe it.
It could be.
I think it is.
And Meredith just wants everyone to talk trash about Lisa Barlow at any cost to make up for it.
Yes.
So all the ladies get together before their daily activities, and Heather is like, I just don't want to talk about this. I just really don't want to talk about this. And I think it's because Heather is still putting together the pieces.
Yeah.
I think that she doesn't want to say anything that, that she hasn't really thought through. And
like what the repercussions could be, blah, blah, blah.
And maybe she's trying to see if there's any footage.
Yes.
That could be a thing. Maybe she's like, I don't want to say anything that may or may not be right or wrong or could get someone in trouble. If there's footage of this, we saw that there was a security camera in her room.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they had to have gotten it.
Yeah, so people might want to... I know all of the world is so frustrated by this. We all are.
We all are, yeah.
But consider that, some things might be out of her hand. So Lisa tells everyone about getting suffocated by Jen Shaw's naked.
She's traumatized by it.
I mean, Lisa is such a non-sexual type person. It's so funny to me.
That Jen Shaw was the one to do it to her, too. Yes. I love it.
So Whitney's like, I want to recap. I heard a lot of commotion, but...
How come nobody came in my room with titties?
Right.
And I feel like Heather kind of thought that she was asking about the black eye, because she kind of... The way Heather starts talking about that black eye, she's like, well, I did hear things get really rowdy, and I think we all know what happened.
And the big reveal.
Yeah.
But then a moment later, Heather really kind of contradicts that she doesn't know what happened.
Yeah,
she went from I think we all know what happened to I don't know what happened. But either way, I'm not interested in talking about it. Mm-hmm. That's the bottom line about it right now. So the women leave and they go to a go-kart activity, which looks like a blast.
Yeah, I've actually done this in Carousel, I think in the Dominican Republic or something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, with my ex. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, that sounds like a blast.
It was a lot of fun, and it started raining a little bit towards the end, so everyone got really muddy, and so everybody on the cruise knew who went on that excursion.
Well, Heather wants to ride with Lisa Barlow because she knows that Lisa will just talk and talk and talk.
And she even said she won't even remember that I was there.
Yeah.
And like the whole conversations, like as soon as they get going on the go-karts, everybody's talking about Heather's eye.
Yeah.
And then cut to Lisa, and she's talking with herself.
Yeah.
Basically, she's talking to herself.
So
she's
funny.
having a full conversation with herself about her clothes and
the
prices.
The edit is so great.
She wants to dress herself.
And Dana is so happy that she has Heather's eye to talk about because Jen Shaw got in the car with her.
She's terrified.
So she's like, oh, phew, at least we have something to talk about.
Seriously.
But Lisa, she's like, I like to dress myself, so I don't like it when they send me clothes.
And so I tell John, I just want to dress myself.
Oh my God. It was so funny. So... It's hysterical that Whitney gets stuck and no one from production will help her.
That's what I was laughing about. Because she's literally like, I don't think they can go in reverse, but she tried to do a U and it did not work. And traffic, I don't know if they added that honk in, but they probably honked at her.
Probably, and looks like some stranger had to help her.
Some stranger out of the first car helped her. The production is just like, get yourself out of this. We're not here. Quit looking at us.
This is reality, honey.
This is reality, honey. We're not here.
Oh my gosh. So after the ride, some women are going to a winery, the others are going rollerblading. So when Dana, Lisa, and Whitney arrive, Whitney is like, this is not rollerblading.
These are roller skates.
These are skates.
I would have to say rollerblading is probably easier to balance on because it has more behind you and in front of you, the wheels. Skates, you kind of have to have a good center, like, gravity. But to move on them, it's the same.
Whitney agrees with you.
Whitney's very upset.
No.
She's breaking her roller crew.
Yes.
Do you know what? Being a rollerblader in high school or middle school was not cool back in the day.
Oh, really?
Everyone called them fruit booters.
Fruit booters?
Fruit booters.
What are them fruit booters?
Hey, fruit booter. And then rollers, then the scooters came out, but I never got to hear the lingo on that because I wasn't going to skate parks by then.
Oh.
I definitely wasn't going to go with a scooter.
I remember when rollerblades came out.
Yes. A stick with a wheel on it, a stick through a wheel.
But I was like Lisa Barlow. When I was a kid, I was in my roller skates 24 hours a day. I was just like Tootie on The Facts of Life. Mm-hmm. I wore my roller skates to dinner. I wore my roller skates in bed. And I'm not even exaggerating. But unlike Lisa Barlow, it has not come back to me as easily.
As quickly and easily.
But I'm shaped completely differently. She still probably weighs the same that she did.
She's been the same shape, yeah.
So it's not been as easy for me to pick roller skating back up. But she looks like the picture of her roller skating with that ice cream is such a beautiful picture.
I wrote, they get ice cream and Lisa looks like a CoverGirl Herbal Essence commercial or even like one of those like depression commercials, like where they finally get on the antidepressants and they're riding off and licking it and their hair's blowing. It was perfect. It was like the best shot of the season, I feel. It was beautiful. It was like she was licking it and smiling. If it was a like beauty shot shoot for America's Next Top Model, she would have won.
She would have won that challenge.
She would have won that challenge.
Yes.
Roller skating and eating.
And like Whitney and Dana are the other contestants, and so they have to switch.
And they have to look like they have to be there but not steal focus.
Yes. Oh my God.
That's such a good challenge.
That's a great top model.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and you had to keep up and skate.
I only have one photo in my hands. And this photo represents the girl that is still in the running to become America's Next Top Model. I will only call one name. And the girl that I don't call must immediately return to her homestay here in Tokyo, pack her belongings, and go home.
Yeah, Lisa definitely won the challenge this week.
Yeah, I was very proud of her.
She gets to stay in the master suite.
Yeah.
So over at Espinosa Vineyards, Roberto and Noel greet the ladies, and of course, with a charcuterie board.
Heather is not having this anymore. She wants a meal. She wants something that she has to use a fork and knife.
I would be the same way.
Can we get a normal meal that requires utensils? I am sick of the rolled up cheese, the tiny crackers, the cluster of grapes. I've seen every version. I would like a version that's just on a plate with a fork and a knife.
I'm a housewife. Part of the thing is that you get to go to fancy restaurants and eat 5-star food.
I'm tired of cheeses and meats.
Yes.
This part reminded me of me getting yelled at by Heather during our podcast. Before we were doing our podcast of our 100th episode, we were eating Chinese food. And there was just this huge chunk of orange chicken that I just didn't want to shove in my mouth and chew with an open mouth. And so I'm using this tiny this fork.
Plastic.
Flimsy. I was stabbing it a bunch in the middle to try to cut it in the middle and like push it through. And Heather was in the middle of talking with Bear. And she's like, Hunter, pick it up and put it in your mouth. I can't watch you try to do this anymore. And I was like, oh, I forgot. I don't need to be a gentleman or anything with any of these ladies.
So the ladies stop to talk about their cart rides and Heather's eye. Whitney thinks it was Jen Shaw. And why is Heather trying to cover it up other than to protect Jen Shaw and her law situation? And then over at the winery, Meredith also addresses the eye. She's like, we're concerned.
And the way Heather keeps laughing it off and making it not such a big deal, but then still making it kind of a big deal, is very unsettling, and I don't like it. It's not fun anymore.
It's not edited well, that's for darn sure.
No, I'm not interested in this.
Especially in Heather's confessional when the producer's like, are you not going to tell us what happened? And Heather's like, well, I'm not going to say unless someone else says it. So again, I really feel like Heather is in like an investigation mode right now. I really feel like there's more to it that we don't know. And also, we also have to remember that this is all edited together. It could be in different order. It could be different days. Like it could.
It could have been Jen Shaw doing it late at night, and Heather doesn't want to add some blow up that she has all the time, and knows the pressure that Jen Shaw is under, and is not willing to add more to her case of being in jail time for assault during her big trial to be away from her kids more.
I just figured out it was Jen Shaw's breasts.
It was Jen Shaw's breasts. But what about the scratches? Does she have a nipple ring or pasties?
That's what they don't want anyone to know. They don't want anyone to know that Jen Shaw's breast is pierced. Her nipples are pierced.
Oh my gosh.
And she went to smother Heather like she did Lisa Barlow. And Heather doesn't want her to get in trouble.
Well, listen, your dick has given somebody a black eye in real life. So it's probably true that Jen Shaw's breast gave her a black eye.
We just solved it.
Great.
We just solved it.
Let's call Heather and let her know we have finally figured it out.
Yes.
Let's call Jen Shaw and be like, good job. Not that you gave her a black eye, but like, dang, that's an accomplishment.
No, we're going to call Heather and say, you have to listen to this week's episode. We figured it out.
We have finally figured it out.
Our sleuthing skills are incredible.
We're like the Hardy Boys.
We are practically the Hardy. We're the
Babysitters Club.
Or Sherlock Holmes and Watson.
Ooh, that's a good one. Or like Chip and Dale.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah, Rescue Rangers.
I feel like this is probably a good place to stop.
Okay.
Since we just kind of went off the rails for a minute,
sure,
don't you think?
And we'll just get back into what Heather is... Heather's hurt by Whitney still, obviously.
Oh, yeah, I do want to talk about that.
Okay, well, we'll come back to the ladies talking about Heather's black eye again.
Okay, I'll just mark this spot.
There you go, that's smart.
And we will know that's where to start when we get back.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Bye.
Ready for a shot?
This is Jen Shaw from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and you're listening to the Real Housebears podcast.
And we're back.
Before we get back to the winery and back to Heather's black eye, I just want to point out the sweatshirt I'm wearing today. So for those of you who have video, one of my choir members, McKenna, got me this awesome sweatshirt created by Alice in Bravo Land. On Instagram, Alice in Bravo Land, that on the front says, "What's Easter without a hymn?" And let me just turn around and see if I can. And on the back, it says...
There you go, right there.
I'll take him
and him and him.
I'll have him and him and him.
I love it. You're a shirt.
I'm a shirt. So thank you, Alice in Bravo Land, and thank you, McKenna, for my awesome gift.
I love it.
I do love it. I
love that.
I was pretty beyond excited to find out that I was a shirt. It was pretty special.
It's pretty. I mean, you are Papa. You are part of the Bravo history.
And hopefully just the beginning.
Yes.
The momentum is starting. So let's go back. We're at the winery. Meredith has addressed the eye. Heather doesn't want to talk about it. especially if someone else doesn't say it. But it's not worth getting worried over. And Meredith's like, well, we are worried.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to talk about it right now...
I understand that, but this is wrong. This isn't okay.
Yeah. Heather's just really sad that normally it would be Whitney that she would go to first.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell hearing about the friendship break really hurt her feelings.
Yeah, she just doesn't understand how Heather doesn't understand that her not wanting to be dragged into a rumor is going to break their friendship up, because it's not even a something to break a friendship up over.
Right. And plus, you're using this rumor to be
Cleanse
on
yourself.
Team Lisa and to be on Team Lisa. Like you were telling Lisa that I was saying these things. Mm-hmm. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you use anything that I may or may not have said in the past against me?
And if you're worried about everybody talking about me behind my back, maybe you should stop doing that.
So, but it all just kind of boils down to, man, normally if I had a black eye, the first person I would run to would be Whitney Rose, and this makes me sad.
Yeah.
So Jen suggests that Whitney and Lisa are so close because, Whitney's going through a hard time. Justin lost his job. So Lisa's going through stuff too. Then the ladies all get into Lisa's financing.
But mostly Meredith.
Right.
Mostly Meredith talks about Lisa's money issues. I'm like, you are dropping a lot of bombs. You're standing by it too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But we hear all about an SEC filing. We hear about crowdfunding. We hear about loans that are below market value. And then over on the other team with Dana, Whitney, and Lisa, we find out that Meredith had this exact same conversation
with Dana and Whitney
a few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
So later on, when Meredith's like, I talked about it in passing, I'm like, oh, Meredith.
I know, I love that.
Oh, Meredith.
Well, I talk about it, but in passing.
And Lisa explains, she's like, listen, this is not about Vita. It's about some other international brand. My Vita's doing great.
Yeah.
Sorry, my company isn't failing. It's actually thriving.
So Meredith said that family, kids, and business are all off limits. Well, now Meredith has talked about all those things. Mm-hmm. So watch out. I'm ready to go. Meredith even tried to say that I had mental issues. Oh, yeah? Well, I'm not the one who pops pills all day.
Pills.
No, I don't pop pills, bitch. You do.
This is a fun skating day.
It's a fun skating day. So on the way back from the vineyard, Angie K is like, okay, I need you all to explain more about all this SEC
What
things.
is crowdfunding? What is this?
And Meredith and Heather, really, and a little bit Jen Shaw also explained that it's normally for startups and for people who don't have money.
Well, Jen Shaw definitely does the digging and finds it on her phone.
Yeah, just to show. But these women, since Lisa said either earlier this season or last season that she's wealthier than all of them.
Mm-hmm. Guess what? I am richer than all of you. I don't need to be here.
It's been bugging these women.
These women love to say, well, for someone who's the richest of all of us.
I know, that really bugged them.
They say it like 4 or 5 times in this episode.
In other episodes, too.
It's so funny to me. They love to bring that up.
But Angie is very suspicious about this and uncomfortable about the conversation without Lisa here.
Right.
She could tell that it's like, this is toxic behavior.
So first, Angie K's like, can we talk about this? And then she's like, but I feel bad talking about this.
And now I feel bad about talking about it.
But she didn't ask so much about Lisa's situation.
She just wanted to understand
clarity.
what the crowdfunding is. Like,
Right.
why is this a bad thing?
It didn't really feel like Lisa was Angie K was throwing Lisa under the bus, but it could be. So they all fill her in, and as soon as they get back, Angie K goes straight to Lisa's room. Well, of course, once she gets ready for the goddess party. Mm-hmm. Lisa is totally not on theme for this party.
She's never on theme anymore. I'm getting very upset with her not being on theme with things. She did for that sexy pajama party. She didn't do the theme. This is a total cop-out and lazy. I'm upset with it.
It's cute, though.
It's a cute outfit, but not for a goddess party.
2022 Helen of Troy.
Helen of Troy wouldn't wear that?
No. You're right.
It's irritating.
You better give her a what for.
Lisa, what for?
So Angie K tells Lisa all about what everyone was talking about that day. Angie K does think that Meredith is, a stirrer. Mm-hmm. And gives a really great feather analogy.
We know Meredith loves her feathers. Birds of a feather flock together, but they're not pretty birds. They're seagulls. And everybody hates seagulls because they shit on people.
Well, she talks about seagulls and how everyone hates seagulls and they poop on everybody.
Yeah.
Well, Angie, your Mormon ancestors were saved by the seagulls during the infestation of all of the crickets. What were they?
Was
swarm
Angie
of
K
whatever?
Mormon?
I don't know. She lives in Utah. And now has become the state bird.
Yeah.
So maybe not crap on your state bird. Or it's going to crap on you.
Well, listen to you. You better defend the seagulls.
It's so funny. I know so much about Utah.
I know. Once we moved
weird.
here, we learned way more about Utah than we learned
But
about
isn't that
art.
interesting? Like, they, a long time ago, the Mormons had like an infestation of locusts, and they were eating all their crops, and they said a swarm, they prayed, and then a swarm of seagulls, a flock, there you go, came over the mountains, ate them all up, regurgitated them into the Salt Lake City, and then Great Salt Lake, and then came back and kept eating them and kept eating them.
Yeah.
And saved the Mormons.
So, sorry they had to poop along the way.
Yeah, my goodness. Don't you have to poop when you eat a lot?
So, again, she also mentions that part of what Meredith was talking about was John not working.
Yes.
Not
well,
great.
Lisa's pissed.
Yeah, she can't even hide it.
Oh, no.
They all start arriving to dinner. Whitney looks gorgeous. Always, but she looked especially pretty tonight, I felt. Heather shows up, also looking gorgeous, but with a custom evil eye patch.
And everybody's like, how did she get that? I'm like, production could probably run and grab her an eye patch from CVS.
But why would you have to when Jen Shaw clearly travels with everything?
Yes. That's so random.
Who carries an eye patch in their luggage?
Yes.
Does she have like a peg leg and a parrot in there?
I mean, I was trying to think back at some of the costumes they wore on this trip. I couldn't think of one that would require an eye patch.
Is there like a two-parter to it for like a sleep mask or I don't know.
Can't figure it out. Angie K is carried in by a tiny little Zeus and Hercules.
It was probably somebody from like Glam Squad, somebody's Glam Squad or something. I don't know.
I thought she rented them.
Maybe.
She gets.
Girl, you didn't give me a call.
I'm right.
I'd be a great Hercules.
I think Angie K listens, actually. She mentioned something.
Sorry for reading you about the seagulls, but hey.
That was really hurtful. I mean, it was so degrading and not even funny.
Hit me up, girl.
We're still big fans.
I am a performer.
Okay, at this Grecian dinner, guess what is served to the
I don't want to
ladies?
hear about this. I don't want you to sing it. I don't want you to mention it because it is haunting me now ever since you brought it up.
Dana is handed a platter of stuffed grape leaves. Stuffed grape leaves. They were good. They were delicious. I want to have some now.
I'm going to shoot myself. That's going to be stuck in my head for the rest of the day.
I say I'm gonna slip my wrists all the time.
Stuffed grape leaves. Stuffed grape leaves.
How did stuffed grape leaves become a friend of this season?
Because you brought it up.
Yeah, I was pretty excited to see them.
Ugh.
So Heather asks the other team, which would be, again, Whitney, Lisa, and Dana, about their day. Mm-hmm. They got ice cream, then had a very, very informative conversation.
Oh, yes.
I mean, Lisa just can't wait. She's been stewing so much.
And you could kind of see Lisa's about to say another thing, but Whitney, in her fashion, needs to bring it up.
And true Whitney fashion is right. And she's like, who brought up Lisa's SEC filing? And Lisa follows up with like, why is everybody so worried about my SEC filing? And Meredith's like, well, I'm not worried about it. And Lisa's like, why are you talking about it? She's like, well, I talked about it in passing.
Only
and
in
then
passing.
lightning came out of the skies. And that was the end of Meredith.
What does that even mean?
No, Meredith, you've had full-on conversations.
She's like, I just go to the water cooler and talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? It's not like I'm obsessed. I'm trying to get back at you.
I was just walking down State Street and someone walked by and I said, hey, did you hear about Lisa's
Only in
Nothing
passing.
major.
Only in passing.
Yeah. Well, Lisa clears up that it's not for Vida Tequila. It's for Tequila Ciudad. And I think it's so funny that you all would chit-chat about me. And Meredith's like, well, you chit-chat about us.
Honey, please.
And Lisa's like, I had one slip up. And Meredith's like, don't go there. And then Lisa gives such a Meredith impression.
Don't go there. What are you gonna do? Talk more gossip about me and say my husband doesn't have a job?
It was so amazing.
She's good.
It was probably the best part of the episode.
Don't go there.
Oh my gosh. So the team that was on at the winery all realized that Angie K just kind of came back and unloaded everything to Lisa. And it all just comes back to last season's rant.
Mm-hmm. You could tell right here. And even Meredith brings it up again. She brings it up multiple times about how she shouldn't talk about her family and blah, 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 blah. And you know what Lisa should say? Listen, I was only saying it in passing.
Well, Lisa, she endangered the lives of SAS 4,000 employees. How can Lisa be forgiven? Does Lisa need to take therapy? Like, I still don't understand how Lisa can be forgiven.
Even if Lisa went through therapy and during therapy had to make it a huge crying apology to Meredith again, I don't think Meredith would still trust her fully.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's what she needs.
Maybe they need to go to therapy together. That's what they need to do.
There you go. Friendship, relationship, therapy.
But Lisa's like, I only had one bad moment in our whole relationship. If Meredith's like, not, you didn't call me when my dad died. You've talked about me behind my back. You got my makeup artist canceled. Like, how was Lisa Barlow getting everybody's stuff canceled?
Just before, at the peak of a pandemic. Who does that?
She got Angie's caterers supposedly canceled. Now she's getting Meredith's makeup artist canceled.
Watch out for Lisa.
Watch out for Lisa. Next thing you know, she's not going to let you use the bathroom where you went to. So they also argue about, did Lisa go on a rant or a tirade?
It's like, did you say trash bag whore or garbage whore?
Dang it. I wanted to look up the definition of both of those.
I'm going to look it up
words
right now.
And just see what the huge difference of it is.
I guess I can close this window that has attorney Anthony Lopez on it from Real Housewives of Miami.
Oh,
and
looking at that
I
hottie.
can search for, so a rant is a long, angry, and impassioned speech. And a tirade is a long, angry speech of criticism or accusation. So maybe that's the key there.
But accusations.
Meredith, did you really know that's the difference between a rant and a tirade? Or were you just trying to be difficult?
I don't know.
I don't like to operate off of things that aren't fact.
She is smart. She does look up a lot of stuff. She has been searching into Lisa a lot. So she probably did.
It's the maybe.
She's like, I want to use the right word for this.
Wow. Okay. I just stood corrected.
And I think if Lisa even heard that description, she'd be like, all right, fine, tirade.
I think we all just got corrected.
You schooled everybody.
Meredith did.
Well.
So they argue, they fight, they go back to the tirade and rant all over again. There's still a little bit more about Angie K aligning with Lisa, but there's a lot of chaos.
Yeah, but luckily it's only between two people right now.
Yeah, true.
But it's over the same thing again, and it's annoying.
We end the episode with Whitney and Heather are both trying to end on a positive note. How about if we all we're a group of women, we all love each other no matter.
Have you noticed Whitney hasn't once this season done her cleanse thing where she cleanses her aura like this? Oh yeah, this, circle, circle, circle.
I think she did at the very beginning of the season, but not since then. Yeah. Well, she and Heather were both kind of trying to cleanse the aura right now.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what would cleanse everyone's aura?
If I could find out how gave Heather a black eye.
Yes, that would cleanse the aura.
Yeah. But Heather even says, like, if someone does a secret knock on your door, don't open it. Did she say don't open it or do it? Don't. Yeah, she said don't open it.
Yeah, that's why I really feel like Heather's getting bits and pieces of information, and that's why it looks so confusing. But I think we can all agree that, all of this is in one day. It probably didn't have to be spread out so much over so many episodes.
Yeah.
They've been teasing it for weeks. Well, they've been teasing it since the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
So I think they really could have just made it a lot shorter, and we wouldn't be so annoyed by it.
Mm-hmm. We want when you tease somebody that long and still don't have an answer, that's just pisses everyone off.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know what pisses me off? We didn't get any new reviews this week.
I know, not even around Christmas.
I mean, it didn't really piss me off, but it's so nice when we get reviews.
You punched a hole through a wall.
You are lying.
I'm just joking.
It was Jen Shaw's breasts with a nipple ring. They broke right through
that wall.
And we would also be very upset if you didn't follow us on our social media. On Facebook and Instagram, we are The Real Housebears. On Twitter, we are Real Housebears. And you can email us at therealhousebears@gmail.com.
You can also watch us on YouTube, The Real Housebears. And you can also listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. But if you're on Apple Podcasts, please scroll down and give us a 5-star rating and a cute little review. And we will talk about you on air and make you hashtag Housebears famous.
Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
All right, let's do a sound check.
Hello, sound check. Sound checking. Sound. Something interesting, something new, something different, something fresh.
Something borrowed, something blue.
Yes.